Well, we have our options. We have arrows in our quiver.
So we checked, and across Virginia, 1,400 voters received duplicate absentee ballots. Republicans say it could lead to voter fraud. Democrats say that there are safeguards in place to protect from double voting.
Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Wajida gaarigaygu waa buuxaa. Waxaas waa absent ballot salka yaala. Soo ma jeedin. Fiiri, waxaas oo dhan soo ma jeedin. Waa buuxaa gaarigayga. Waa buuxa yaala. Waxaas kullu waa Jamaal Cusmaan way. Fiiri. 300 clear maanta soo dhacday oo Jamaal Cusmaan.
When Arlene Moore received 2 ballots from Fairfax County,
It was a concern.
she called 7 on your side.
And I thought, I need somebody to bring this issue to everybody's attention.
Moore's daughter and friends also received 2 ballots.
How many other people are getting 2?
We checked with Fairfax County's Office of Elections, which estimates nearly 1,000 voters had the same problem. General Registrar Gary Scott says some labels were damaged when they were printed, so the addresses were reprinted and the sheet was accidentally reapplied.
Who is the one filling out the absentee ballots?
People who work with, like Ilhan Omar.
Where do they pay the money?
The minute we signed the thing, the election, that's what you get paid. They came to us to our apartments. They tell us that this year you're going to go for it. You don't go nowhere, you stay home, we will tell you fill out for your absentee ballot. When it comes, we'll come and get it. You just don't go nowhere, you stay here. They fill out for us.
In Prince William County, we found a different problem.
It definitely doesn't give me the confidence that the mail-in ballot is going to work.
Vanessa Smith's husband received a ballot with a return envelope that had the wrong name and address.
I immediately thought, oh my gosh, somebody has my husband's name with a barcode on their envelope, and how are we going to fix this?
Election officials tell 7 on your side sometimes human errors are made because volunteers and temporary workers help with ballots.
At the end of this street,
Yes.
there's 3 towers called Horn Towers.
Okay.
And it's all seniors, and they took every ballot.
Every ballot. They just take
Every
them from
single
them.
ballot. They knock on the door and say, your ballots come, give it to me, give it to me.
They don't even pay them for it. They just take it.
No. And the ones that didn't vote on ballots, the young people and the women and stuff, they were paying cash. They were getting bags of money the last 1 week here to drive people. So there's a vested interest, but we are victims of the system. They don't give a shit about anything.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Nashon Garrett joins me now. Nashon, great to see you. Now, you never received an Arizona absentee ballot or an application for mail-in ballot, so who the heck cast your ballot in Arizona?
That is an excellent question. I have no idea.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
The AP has just declared that Joe Biden is the winner of the presidential race, becoming the 46th president of the United States.
A postal worker was caught on camera dumping mail. Look at these images showing a mailman throwing mail into a popular dump site.
Certifying Wisconsin's election results include randomly auditing voting machines across the state. The Wisconsin Elections Commission says 15% of the state's Dominion machines are being double-checked for accuracy.
Now, we've asked both Dominion and Smartmatic about their role on the CISA November 12th statement disputing election fraud or intervention by foreign governments. Smartmatic said they didn't have any input. Dominion, they didn't get back to us for some reason.
And Lord knows, when you go to meet your maker, your soul is going to be very, very warm.
This was an extremely tight race, as most of the battleground states were, but we were able to declare that Biden was the winner in Pennsylvania.
And I heard him say to the supervisor that they messed up yesterday. I was like, oh, what did they mess up on? And he told the supervisor that they had postmarked one of the ballots for the 4th instead of the 3rd, because they were supposed to put them for the 3rd.
On Wednesday the 4th, we checked in at the time clock. The postmaster then told us that if we were to find any ballots on our routes that day, we were to collect them, keep them separate, in a hod, which is what we call our plastic bins, bring them back, and then we would put them in another hod, and then they would send them to be counted.
These were ballots that were collected on November the 4th, the day.
Yes.
Ballots in Pennsylvania have to be postmarked by 8 o'clock on Election Day, November the 3rd, or they will not be counted, according to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court.
Yes, sir.
There was an issue. We noticed that there was more people on the absentee ballot file for voting in person in Fayette County than was in the actual reporting. So we thought that might be the case. And it was discovered today for certain. And it's about 2,755 votes.
So table 17 was the first one where the woman got it wrong 3 times. Table 18 was where the first person would call out Biden or Trump. She'd pass it across the table. The other person did not even look at it and just put it wherever the first person said. She's watching me. That's when things start getting real shady, like really like tense and calm. Because no matter where I was standing in the room, her and a couple other people started, they were calling their boss over there, pointing at me. I haven't touched anybody, I haven't talked to anybody, haven't done anything. All I'm doing is writing down, observing, telling what happened. So I see they're all talking to her, and they keep like pointing over here. Well, I make another slow lap around the room, and as I come back behind her, she says, "I'm paid by the taxpayer, and these fucking assholes want to come in here and watch me."
Well, we have our options. We have arrows in our quiver.